Hi, good evening, everyone. We are back here. It's Tuesday, and Tuesday is day of transformation. Transformation in terms of how we have really changed our life, and we are making or getting the results that we really want. That is what is transformation all about, right? And transformation, like all of you know, is an internal game. It is not dependent on the external situation. Of course, it gets triggered from there, but when we make something permanent in our life, that is where the transformation really happens. That something internal has triggered because of a situation outside. Isn't that correct, friends? So how many of you have been attending this transformation series from the day one? Hi Amay, hi Janvi, great to have you here. Who's the third person, fourth person? If you can tell me a hi, dear friends, then it'll be great to connect to you and talk to you and maybe resolve some queries. So we went through some amazing stories. I think we have 6 people who have come up on this show and really spoken about their lives, how they have changed certain things. Hi Varun, hi Kshitija, how they have really changed their lives and what have been the triggers, how did it really happen. This is what we have heard from them. Hi Aishwarya. Now it's time for us to really understand that what I learned from their lives, how can I apply it in my life and see the change in my own self. Hi Anuja. So if that is what is the purpose of this transformation series, otherwise it will just be about stories. Like we read it on storybooks, we enjoy it for that time, and then after that we are never looking back. I don't want it to be that way. I want that by the end of this 1 year, when we've completed this transformation series, hi Bobby, hi Chandana, we really completely transform our lives. We should be able to look at these stories, make those changes, and towards the end, all of you should be able to share that yes, this series, this is how it has really affected my life, and this is what we gained while we were watching other people's story in this entire 1 year. So Tuesdays are Tuesdays of transformation, transforming Tuesdays. Hi Ganesh, great to have you here. So friends, how was your entire week? How was the last week's story? It wasn't amazing or it was really amazing? We've had all 3 different stories this time. The people that we really brought in. So the first one was Gurbaksh. He had a different story of his life, covering a different aspect of his life. Amruta on a very different subject. And Mr. Sanjay Pekam on again a very different subject that we spoke about. But all of them had really such amazing stories to share. So all of you who are live with me, please let me know how were these transformation, all these 3 people, did it really help you? Did you enjoy listening to them? How did you feel? How did it make a difference? Come on, let me have your comments, and then I will actually go into analyzing and making the whole process so simple for you that you also can transform your lives. Hi Sameer, hi Vishwas. It's really awesome to have people gathering so quickly. The minute I'm live, I start seeing faces and it's really truly amazing. So friends, let me know, how did these 3 stories really create a difference? Were they inspiring? Did you really enjoy it? Hi Pranav. How did it make an impact in your life? In general, okay, Janvi says very inspiring. All the others? Looks like dinner was very heavy and exciting, that it's taking time to really type what we were looking as a small little comment. It is taking such a long time. So possibly some others would be actually having dinner at this time. I really don't know. For us, the time is over. 8:30 is our dinner time. But I think 9 o'clock, that is why we kept for all of you so that you could really reach home and watch it. Hi Hemant. Very much inspiring. Aishwarya also says she was inspired. Okay, Sameer is really complimenting me. Oh God. Looks like Sameer is looking for a girlfriend, that he is learning to compliment females. Great. Thank you, Sameer. Hi, Anuja. So extremely inspirational and reaffirmed the learning we got from you and sir. Okay. Varun, inspiring and encouraging. Okay. Shidya says, yes, all stories were unique in their own way and empowering. Absolutely right. So dear friends, let us start really understanding. We had learned, okay, Janvi's been even more specific Gurbaksh, hard work and dedication. Amrita, patience and believe in your dream. Sanjay, continue learning and contributing. Okay, thank you, Janvi. So basically hi Radhika, what I'm trying to do today is helping you understand the process of transformation. We've heard they transform their life in different aspects. Hi Sadaf. But today let's really try and understand how did this transformation happen so that you can apply it in your lives and make those changes. Hi Rajesh. Good to see new people here. Hi Dipti. So the first person that we spoke about or we had in our story was Gurbaksh. Now Gurbaksh, if you look at his life, it was about he really being a pampered little kid, mama's boy, had a beautiful life, not so challenging, a typical middle class Indian life. Hi Vidya. Everything was going smooth, did averagely well for himself in his studies. Life anywhere wasn't a challenge, got a job, like typical Indian parents, they found a girl for him, he got married. Initial life, like all of us know, the very first year, hi Priya, is an amazing year. We all enjoy marriage. That's the honeymoon period that we have. That is why people call it the best period of your life. So he realized it was an amazing time with him. And then 1 year down the line, the challenges that both of them went through in the relationship were really something not that great. None of us would want to have in the married life. Wouldn't go into personal details of what happened, but the entire thing was more of a betrayal. He didn't know what kind of illness she was going through, and it ended up in a bad divorce. Now when it ended up in a bad divorce, it was not only that it affected his relationship, that affected his whole life. That is why he went down on his career, wasn't really doing very well for himself. First he sat at home for some time, then he joined his own sister's business, which was more like a, when you're walking into a family business, you have not really so much of responsibilities, you're not really connected, is what happened to him also, unless there's a very defined role and you know what to do, and the business has a very strong implemented process, which doesn't happen in small little family businesses. That happens when you have a corporate life. So not really very motivated and driven. Hi Aflatun, because of what was happening in his personal life. And that is why, so not only his relationship affected his career affected his emotional health, and towards the end it was a meaningless life. A life of a youth without a meaning and purpose, without really achieving anything. Can you imagine how sad and low phase that would be of his life? So while going through all this, so most of us, when we go through some strong wrong incidents that happen to our life, something which has gone not in the way we wanted, or something which has really hurt us in some different ways, these incidents create an impact in our life. Now with this impact, some people really get angry and they want to prove themselves. Some people go low and they don't want to fight at all in life. So Gurbaksh chose the second path. He really didn't see any motivation or drive to really achieve something in his life. And then one fine day, we all reach a threshold that you are so low, you're not wanting to do something in your life, your health is really giving away. People in the family are worried, they are wanting when you're going to restart your life. Hi JJ, hi Arshi. That is what happened with him also. People really started worrying about him, that what is he doing? He's so young to give up in life and give up on himself. That is where, when he decided that he should take some external help, and he approached us, and he went through a beautiful workshop, he went through our coaching. The biggest thing that happened in that workshop was he could actually create a vision for himself. And when he created a vision for himself, he believed in that vision, which we helped him do in the entire process. He then made that vision a reality. So a person who was living a useless, purposeless life, I wouldn't say useless, that's a wrong word, but a life without purpose and meaning, he decided that he wanted to impact people's life. And that change happened in just 1 month, dear friends. So if you internalize your vision, if you're clear of what you want, and if you internalize that vision, if you believe in it, then that quick that results come in. So years he didn't do anything, but within 1 month a job fell in his lap, and he started impacting so many people's life. in this entire year of 2019 and 20, I think he would have reached to thousands of people. And everywhere that he's trained people for the product that he's working on, the company that he's working with, he's actually been able to encourage them to really define their lives. That was the most amazing part. So from a purposeless life where he's not good enough for himself, he's gone out and he's impacted so many people. He gets such beautiful compliments from people when he's training. The situation when he started and joined his company, people were wanting to see that whether he's fit or no, and the bosses were complaining. And today the situation is that wherever there is a challenge, they want to send him. So that's the huge difference that he saw. And because he was working on his skills, because he was really making a difference in people's life, in spite of COVID-19, in spite of all the challenges that the company went through in its profit sheets, they promoted him, they gave him a hike, and he's doing much better today. His geographical location has expanded and is really working very hard. So the learnings from Gurbaksh's life is that we all go through such incidents in life. But with those incidents, that's not that aspect of life that it gets affected, because we are one, right? Finally, all different areas of life come towards us only. So I, one person, when one aspect of life gets damaged, it does transform or brings about an effect in the other areas of life. That is how all the other areas of his life got affected. And beyond the point, when he reached the threshold, when he said, no more, I want to change my life, that is where the transformation process happened. That internal shift that he said, no more, I better step out and take some help, but I will not live this kind of life. And see what a huge transformation he has gone through. Today he is living a life of conviction and confidence, enjoying compliments from people, really getting such encouragement and motivation to all the people that he's training. And not only that, the companies recognize his efforts by rewarding him and recognizing him and giving him the due respect, not only respect, the monetary benefits also. So that was the story of Gurbaksh, where he's completely changed his life, his career. He has started focusing on his health. He's reduced a few kgs on himself. He's excited. He's looking forward to really looking to find a new life partner in his life. So life has completely changed 180 degree. So dear friends, that was story of Gurbaksh. Now I want all of you who are attending and listening to me right now, and people who may listen to this video later on, to really think, how does it impact your life? What is that you learn from this story? Which part of this you can relate to and you will want to change it in your life? So dear friends, I'm looking forward for your comments. From this story, what could you relate to? What is that one thing that you would want to change, or you believe you can change listening to this story, the way I have really analyzed the facts and presented it before you? How does this transformation happen, and how did it really help you? What is the change that you would want to bring about in yourself? Did it really strengthen your belief? What did it do to you? So come on, I'll give you 2 minutes, and I want all of you to really respond to this story. How did it really help you? The way I have told you, explained it to you in the process of transformation, how is it impacting your life? What part of his story you can relate to your life and you would want to bring about that change or transformation in your life? I'm waiting. Hi Priyanka, we just shared the first story and the learnings from the first story. Good to have you here. So if you remember anything from Mr. Gurbaksh Tarachandani's life, you can share with us what is that really created an impact. Of course, you can go back to this video later after it is posted, so that you can gather the learnings from his life, because it's all related to his career and how his career went through a bad shape because of the challenge that he faced in his relationship. Okay, Shidija says, Gurbaksh's story made me believe that if I want, I can make that internal shift and I can change my life. Absolutely right, Shidija. Great. So Shidija is the first one to write. Come on, guys. In that cold winter of France, if she can type so quickly, then I'm sure we're all really excited. Let's really show that excitement. Okay, Dipti says, if I want to continue creating value through my work, my health, my time, etc., nothing will be a limitation. Absolutely right. Nothing stops your way. It's only you who stop into anything in life. This is what reinforced in me. Fantastic. Great, guys. Who else? From the story of Gurbaksh. Hi, Nishad. Hope you enjoy the series. Great to have you here. There are a lot of fresh first timers, and I'm really excited about that. That we have new people coming in here. Hi, Shefali. So we finished the first story. Now let's really get on to the next story. Till then, I would want to know comments from you on how did you learn this story and it impacted your life. Okay, Vidya says you need to make an internal shift to change things externally. Of course, that is a process of transformation. But Vidya, anything specific to Gurbaksh's life that you learned and you would like to share with other people, that this is how it impacted you and you would want to make this difference in your life? It's never too late to change your life for the better. Absolutely right, Anuja. Leave the past behind and create a beautiful future for yourself. Perfect. Dedication and commitment can get you anything you aim for. Fantastic. Beautiful conclusion, Anuja. I'm really liking it. Okay, Priyanka also remember, she said, I learned that we should never give up. Right, true. Janvi, having a purpose and a vision is important to have the change initiated. Absolutely correct. That's the first thing in life. You need to know where you're heading, what you want to create out of your life. That is how you can create this change. So that's really amazing. I hope, guys, I'm on the right page. If not, then you can inform others that we are doing this on my individual page. I'm really not sure. Maybe I've made a difference or I've created. I think that is what I've done the last time also. But that's one thing, one benefit, that we are having some new people joining in, so they can be a part of the transformation series the next time. Whatever happens for the better, isn't it? Yes, Shefali says, have a purpose in life. Please don't live in the past and believe in yourself. Amazing learnings, guys. Very good. So all the girls have mentioned the learning. Where are the guys? What are they doing? Wow. So Ganesh is saying, have a dream or a vision. Focus on that. Build that confidence in you. You alone can change you. Absolutely right, Ganesh. Hemant says, if we believe in ourselves, we can completely change our life in any area of your life. Absolutely right. And that's the most difficult part, to believe in yourself. It's not that easy because there's so much of negativity coming across to you that makes you believe that you're not good enough, you're not capable enough, you cannot do this, and these limitations only I put on myself. There's no one else who does it. Great. Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks, Hemant. Varun, open your life internally. Things will change externally. Okay. Great. So all the others, you can continue writing and I go to the next story. So the next story was of Amruta. Now, I know for sure, friends, that either you or someone in your family or in your friend circle would be going through this challenge. This is the challenge of today's world, where females have also decided to have a career. They have their ambitions, they want to grow well, they want to do good in their career, and then it really becomes difficult to find the right life partner. A partner who can believe in your dreams, walk alongside you to fulfill your ambitions, and at the same time really live life happily. So Amruta's story was about finding the right life partner. But today's challenges, to add on, these are the challenges that I see, that females are also becoming ambitious. They focus on their career, and by the time they realize they want to get married, it is a little late. I wouldn't say very late. So generally in their 30s, females decide to get married because now they are sure that they are right on track on their career. But because of that, it really becomes very challenging to find the right life partner, because now you have a very well-defined path. It is more difficult to find the right life partner. Otherwise, when you're young, you're growing in the colleges, most of us find our life partners in the college life, where we are having fun, enjoying. But then many a times it ends up, then when you actually get serious on your life, the partner is not the right one for you. And that is where we end up in separation. So Vishwas mentioned relationship is more important, help people to grow, vision and purpose is important in life. If you believe in yourself, no one can stop you. Yes, Vishwas, that's right. So Amruta's story was about, she was an ambitious girl, But the biggest challenge, like we all know, females are defined by their physical beauty. Unfortunately, it is a sad part, but that is how life is. That people define females by their physical beauty. They really don't peep into their heart and see how good they are, how strong they are, what can they do as a life partner for you. So that's what exactly happened. She was not that beautiful physically. Because of that, and because of all the comparisons that kept happening in her family, she developed this complex. But one good thing that happened, because of that complex, she became very competitive. So she started training herself on other grounds to see how she can compete and stand erect versus the competition of physical beauty. And fortunately, she really did very well. She traveled to another country at such a young age. She exposed herself to all kind of different culture and everything, learned here, came back, established her career here on her own, and not a regular career, right? Language is still not a very well established culture and a career in our country, but she did very well. She joined a corporate job, did well for herself, but got again into a wrong life partner. So marriage happened, and that's one thing that we believe, that just because we know someone, maybe they'll be the right person or the right match for you. Hi Vandana. But that's not the truth. Truth is that just because you know someone, that doesn't mean that the relationship will work very well. So the relationship went on for around 3-4 years, and there came a time when she realized what was wrong within him, when she realized that he couldn't take that reality of life. And naturally, when we have something in us which we can't deal with, like she couldn't deal with her physical aspect, but then she learned how to deal with it, and she became competitive, and she really did well for herself. But this person, her life partner, couldn't accept that reality, and that is where we become defensive and we start becoming aggressive in the relationship. That aggression finally ended up in separation for both of them. Fortunate part was her parents were really very supportive, and she moved back to her parents' place, started living there. Naturally, in 2-3 years, she started feeling the lack of a companion or a partner in her life, and searched for people along the path. 6-7 years of search, didn't find the right person. And I feel, friends, this is one thing which I'm really finding in the society today. People who have separated, men and women both, who are in their 30s and their 40s, it's a real difficult time for them to find the right life partner. It's not an easy process, and the only option left is getting registered into matrimony or the dating sites. And dating sites, so generally what I found, especially for females, men are looking out for dating. So females get into those sites assuming that they'll understand the person and they'll get married. But men generally who are registered, generally, I'm not saying that only these kind of characters exist, but from my personal experience of coaching females who have been registering themselves on the dating websites, they mostly are married men and they are only looking for dating. So there's a change in Indian society today. They are not looking for marriage, and then that is where they really suffer a personal emotional hurt. And matrimonial sites don't really give you that much of options, because they are those typical conservative people looking out for very limited options. So that is what even she went through. She knew that this is not the path that she wanted to take. So she thought of looking out for people on her own, and she ended up with wrong guys. But then finally, like Gurbaksh, she reached a stage where she was desperate to find the right life partner. She didn't want to live all alone. She had lost her father, so she was really looking out for support. Hi Manas. And that is why then she came to us, and she went through the whole process of defining the first process again, defining the vision for her life. How should life be after marriage? How should be her life partner? And like you all know, friends, that we can expect from someone else, but when we are expecting from someone else, hi Rajan, then we are expecting good things about them, right? But when we are wanting to have good things from them, those people are also going to look at good things at you. So what is that change that you need to bring about in yourself that you will attract such a partner? So we went through this entire process with her, and it is just in 1 year and 3 months, she actually not only found the man of her dreams, but she got married to him, and she's living a happy married life. So friends, for you and for your friends, or someone in the family who's going through this, what is your learning from Amruta's story? How is it related to your life? Did you feel somewhere you were rejected because, females especially, because of your physical beauty? Or is this process of matrimony and all really very difficult? How do you really find the right life partner? What is that aspect of Amruta's story that touched your life and you would want to have a change in your life too? Hi Harsh. So guys, let me listen to your comments now. I have given you my reading of Amruta's life story and the transformation that took place. How would you relate to it? Do you have any such friends and family members who are going through this process, whom you would really want to share Amruta's story and teach them how to really find their life partner, and any aspect of her story that has touched your life? So maybe you were bullied in college or in the family for your looks, or people said you were not good enough, or life partner, finding the right life partner is a very difficult decision, or you've ended up in wrong relationships and don't know where to begin. What is that one part, or maybe many more, that you can relate to? I'm waiting for your comments, dear friends. Giving you 2 minutes. It's really happy. I mean, so happy today. I have so many new people who have joined in. So welcome to each one of you who've joined me for the very first time. I'm really happy that this effort of mine is reaching to more and more people and it's impacting their lives. Thank you very much for all the first timers who've joined me today. Yes, Amay, not necessary that the person we know is the right partner. Absolutely true, Amay. Very correct. Anyone else? Good. So this time it was a guy who responded first. Great. Fantastic. Come on, all the girls and the guys. My husband is feeling so happy that this time there's a guy who responded for the first time. Otherwise, he was really sad with the first story that no men are responding. Why are they getting delayed? So this time it is Amay. Very good. Fantastic. Yes, others who are into a relationship, who were into a relationship. How did this learnings of Amruta's story open up your life? Somewhere you could relate to it and you could bring about a change or want to bring about a change. Shefali, from Amruta's story, I learned that physical beauty is not important, inner beauty is important. Oh God, my God, this is an immense realization coming from Shefali, who actually only believes in physical beauty. She's attracted to Kareena Kapoor from her teens, that she's been her role model and she wanted to be like Kareena. And today, if she's talking about this, it's really, really amazing. Great, Shefali, fantastic. Okay, so let's know from Janvi. If you believe in your dreams, nothing can stop you from getting to it, not even your looks. Age doesn't matter when it comes to marriage. It is about getting the right person. Absolutely true, Janvi. I feel today's day and age, where females are financially independent, they should really wait for the right life partner. They should not get into this relationship so quickly. And so is it for men. Men, the definition of life partner or a wife has really changed in the last decade, because females are doing very well, their ambition, they are having a career. So what we saw of our parents, how they live life together, how our mothers made sacrifices, that's not going to work in this generation. Here both of us are equal. So the men and women both are equal. Until we don't reach that stage and we find a life partner who has the same intellect as you, who has the same heart as yours, where the value system is similar, the marriage is very difficult to sustain. And earlier, it's not that there weren't challenges in the marriages, but females didn't step out. Today, even females are stepping out, not only the men, right? So that is why be very, very particular. It's not about getting married fast. It's about getting married to the right person. There are so many people I know who are getting divorced after 10 years, 15 years of their married life. Some people actually during their retirement age, I know a few couples in their senior age, when the children are settled, have decided to part ways. They were just together for their children's happiness, and that should not be the reason of staying together, right? That's not what couples are for. Anuja says, no matter what, judgment about external beauty will never define a person. There is always hope for true love. Absolutely true. I'm so happy When I see Amruta happy in her married life, it really gives me so much of joy. Dipti says finding the right life partner is not easy, especially if most of your friends are already married. Absolutely right. It's important to have someone experienced who can prepare you beforehand on what to look for when you start that search. So glad I had you. Thank you, Dipti. Thank you very much. Never lose yourself for other person. Respect your life. Wow. I think for Shefali, today's day is a day of realization. And I'm so happy and glad that you have these realizations. I really hope you implement them in your life and make that change. It will really be amazing. Yes, Aishwarya, a young girl, young couple, let's know from you, what does it mean? Age doesn't matter to make decisions about marriage. It is about when you are ready. Absolutely right. And most important, you believe your belief in the system. Build a belief system which changes your life for the best. Really true. Very, very true. Varun says finding the right person is very important for both men and women. Also, never give up on love even when you're hurt in a relationship. Wow. That's so awesome coming from a man, that you should not give up in your love even if you are hurt in that relationship. And I know him is really stood up on those lines. He's made them true in his life. So thank you, Varun, for sharing your experience. It's amazing. Hi, Atul. So dear friends, this was about Amruta stories. I would want to know, JJ, if you're there, I would look at what are you learning from this entire thing. Priyanka, there are many more people who are there. So come on, let me know your views. I'm waiting for your comments. Till then, I move on to the next story. So the next story was about Mr. Sanjay Pekam. Now, his story is a very beautiful, inspiring story. So we all have these limitations on our life, right? We say that I didn't have the right education qualification, I didn't have the right environment, my parents couldn't provide, they didn't know what is career all about, I didn't come from such a background, I didn't have siblings who could support me, blah, 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 blah. That is the reason I wasn't successful. So all these actually are a myth. It is all about you deciding what you want out of your life. And that was the story of Sanjay Pekam. Sanjay, who comes from an absolutely small town from Parbhani, which most of us have never heard about, but his aspirations for life are truly great. One man whom I've actually seen doing contribution in his life. So, what do we learn from Sanjay's life? One, when we don't have the resources, when we don't have enough, you can either go low and not do anything out of life, or you can actually be hungry, driven, and create a life of your own. That was Sanjay's story. He was a driven person. He was hungry to make a change. He knew that he has to step out of this small little place and create a life for himself. And that is what he actually did. So 10th he scored very well. When his parents came to him, and his father especially told him that, boss, if you're thinking of engineering, be very sure you have to get into a government college, because I don't have the money to pay for your education. Most of the kids would have actually given up. But he decided that no, he's going to make it happen. So he actually gave in all that he had, put in his best, and got through government engineering college. But during that process of studying, he found his mentor, and that mentor changed his life. So one, it was about him, really hungry, driven. He wanted to create something huge for himself and contribute to the society, but that contribution factor came from his mentor. So the mentor taught him that be true to yourself. Don't worry about what's happening, what you have. Hi Shahid. But the mentor taught him that be true to yourself, be passionate, be driven, you can achieve all your dreams. And he kept guiding him, and that's the reason Sanjay really didn't get drifted away. He stood beside the mentor, he really struggled hard, finished his engineering college, and in spite of finishing the engineering degree from a government college, he didn't get recruited. So there were no campus placements. Today, most of us get into the best colleges, get placed on the campus, so there is no worry. But that was not the case for him. After passing out, I mean, imagine struggling in 10th standard, then in 12th standard, then 4 years of engineering, giving his best, standing as a topper. After that, you don't have a job in hand. Can you imagine the struggle that these people have gone through in that age? And that time there was no LinkedIn, no Naukri, no Monster, nothing where you could just upload your CV and you'll keep having people calling you. Nothing of that kind existed. That time it was a typewriter world. So he had to actually type his CV, take Xeroxes and go knock door to door to find a job. But he didn't stop himself, dear friends. The second thing was that wherever you are born doesn't really matter. It's your aspirations that take you out. So he decided that if he wants a great career, it cannot be in that small time which he belonged to. So he stepped and jumped into this ocean of Mumbai. Many of you Mumbaikars, how are you feeling about knowing that Mumbai is an ocean that gives you all the opportunities? Come on, let me have some beautiful emotions, people from Mumbai. How does it feel to be a Mumbaikar? So Sanjay decided that. He'll go to Bombay and try his luck out. Stayed in a very small apartment. Not an apartment. Actually, he was staying in a lodge. And, 12 people, one bathroom. Hi, Siley. And then rushing in the morning to first stand in the queue for the bathroom, get ready, then stand in the queue for the local. If you miss a few seconds in the bathroom, if you're late, you'll miss the local. If you miss the local, you lose the day for work. So that was his life, and he was never used to this life, right? Mumbaikars are used to this life. So they really know it all. But for him, it was a difficult thing. Plus, when you're in the family, you can tell all the family members to wait. You want to rush. But when you're in a lodge with 12 more people to attack the bathroom, it's not easy. So I'm sure he would be really planning his life so well that he can hit the bathroom on time and hit the local on time. Yes, Dipti says currently living in Bangalore, always Mumbaikar at heart. Come on, Mumbaikars, where are you? I want to see more excitement on this session from Mumbaikars. More love for Mumbai. So he really did that. He tried himself in Mumbai, became more strong, learnt more. And while he was doing his job, he realized that just the engineering degree won't do. He has to step out into the real world of traveling far off places. And far off places, he knew that can only happen when you're getting into the management roles. So he went ahead, did his MBA and passed out with flying colors. After that, naturally, that was a time to choose which was the right field to get in if you want to have a great career. And he chose IT. IT was not really blooming, but yes, two major giants had come in by then, TCS and Infosys. He took up TCS and rest is history. He went to the US, he trained himself. So the best part of life is that he kept learning. It was not that he reached US and now it's done. I don't need to do anything more. No, he realized that if I'm coming from that small town, language is an issue and communication. Believe me, friends, 75% of people who don't succeed in their corporate life is because they don't know how to communicate with others. One of the barriers of this communication is language. The other barrier, of course, is internal, but one of the common challenges is English language. And like it or no, the truth or the matter of fact is that there's only one global language. If you have to connect to the globe, you need to know the language. So that is why he found where he could improvise on his communication skills. Learn the language, not only write, but read, write and speak. And he joined Toastmasters, he learned how to do it. That helped him in his career. He grew very well. But the best part is, after living in the US for 6-7 years, where he could have actually applied for his green card, he didn't want to do that. He wanted to come to India, to his people, and really go on the path of contribution. I think that was something beautiful. And that comes when you have a mentor who gives you a vision and a purpose beyond your life. It is just not about you and yourself. So he got that vision from his mentor. He wanted to do something for his community. So he came back, settled in Pune and started contributing first towards the youth of his community. So he knew how challenging it was, right? To write a CV, because he typed on his own, what should be the right thing, how should you face an interview, and he started training guys for free. That was an amazing cause that he did. Hats off to his efforts. And then, like we all discussed, the second part is about finding a life partner. It's a very difficult thing. You know what? Because of this nuclear families and we all moving to different places, we are not connected to our communities. And that is why for our parents it's becoming very difficult to find a partner for us. And for us, we are so involved in our career that time passes and we don't realize that we didn't find the right person. So Sanjay took that effort to really create a platform where youngsters could meet, discuss, and choose the right life partner. And I'm sure the couples that who have got married through this process would be blessing him every single day. So that was a contribution that he made, two significant contributions that he made in his community. And then, of course, he decided that corporate life is enough, he's made enough money, he achieved his financial freedom. Now he wanted to explore more. So I remember he telling me this, that when he was doing his engineering, he had made this commitment to himself. He said that I want to reach a stage where I can employ people. That was his dream. That is what I think was his speech when he spoke on the last day, maybe the farewell party or whatever, I don't remember where he said that, I would be providing jobs to people. That is what I want to create. Again, that comes as a reflection from his mentor, right? The mentor who gave him a vision. So he started his own journey of being an entrepreneur. He has started 2 startup companies. Unfortunately, COVID also happened at the same time when he got fully employed into his own startups. But I'm sure with the causes that he's created, the universe will show him a way. And we have attached to him as a business coach. So I know in the next 4-5 years, he is really going to create wonders. So all the blessings and prayers for him to really be able to contribute to more and more people's life and have a great team size where he can really help people to attain a livelihood. So dear friends, that was story of Sanjay Pekam. I want all of you to let me know which part of his life really impacted you and how would you want to bring about a change in your life. Hi Rahul. So I'm giving you the last 2 minutes to let me know from the third story, what did you learn? How did it impact your life? What is the change that you want to bring into? What was relatable to you? Come on guys, girls, quickly. I need to have some great answers from you. Waiting for you. Wow, the females are leading again. Come on, I'm so glad. Okay, so let's really know from Janvi. If you have energy, hunger and spark, you can create something big out of nothing. Even being from a small time, schooling in really regional language, having a mentor is so important. How your struggles, hard work can pay off by achieving your dreams. Learning is a continuous process. Wherever and whenever possible, keep learning. Contribution to the society in whatever way possible makes your life fulfilled and gives back even more. Your dreams can be fulfilled by way of contribution. Awesome, Janvi. Fantastic. That's really amazing. Let's know what has Vidya learned. Learning is a lifelong pursuit. Taking risk in life is necessary to succeed and achieve your dreams. Having a lifelong mentor who helps you come out of yourself is a must. Absolutely right. In fact, you know what Sanjay was sharing with me, that now also whenever he goes back to his hometown, he actually goes to his mentor and expresses his gratitude. Though today he's traveled the globe, he has more exposure than his mentor, but he goes there to express his gratitude. Isn't that amazing, dear friends? How many people would have found someone like this, would have learned from the mentor, but then at the end they forget the debt of gratitude they owe to their mentor. So that's really amazing. Again, quality in Sanjay. Okay, Bobby says not giving excuses. It's about having the passion to create something and determination to achieve it no matter what. Contribution is truly important. If we are not able to do that, then no matter what we achieve in life, it's no good. Absolutely true. So life is not about being born with a silver spoon. It's about creating something. It's about contributing, and struggles shape one's life. Very true. Continue learning, as there's always scope to learn something new and learn from others. Awesome, Bobby. Thank you. Amazing learnings. Vishwas, in life, don't give up. Be hungry for success. Do contribution to society. Social networking is important. Continuous learning is important in life. Mentor is very important in life. So true, Vishwas. Amazing. JJ, his intention to help people is inspiring. Wow. Dipti, learning must never stop. If you sincerely seek a mentor, you will surely find one. I'm fortunate to have found the mentors early on in life, and now recently lucky to have found a mentor at work too. Awesome. Fantastic, Dipti. Anuja, clear vision and drive is absolutely necessary to achieve your dreams. Contribution without success is no success at all. Work hard and keep feeding your mind well to grow. Awesome, guys. Really, truly amazing. Where are the others? Samir, Amay, Hemant. What have you learned? Priyanka, what have you learned from all the 3 stories? What is that you've gathered and you would want to apply in your life? Which part of their story was relatable to you? How would you want to implement these changes in your life? Guys, if you don't reflect, if you're not writing, that means it is not creating a difference in your life. So come on, I need answers from all of you. Let me know how did it really impact your life. That gives me all the motivation and encouragement to continue this series. Okay, Varun says learning and applying from mentor all your life is very important. Absolutely true, Varun. Really great. Yes, guys, all the others who are there live with me. JJ, come on, 3 stories. What more did you learn? One liner is not enough. I need more from you. Who else is there? Let me just see who all are still live with us. Shifali, waiting for your answer. Aflatun, I would really love you to communicate in the group. Ganesh, really, really awesome. Having so many people, new perspectives come in. We all learn from each other, right? Finally, we all are taking back different things from the same story. And that is what is important. That shows us how all of us have different perspectives from the same story. Shefali says, never give up. Mentor is very important in life. Contribution is also very important in life. Great. Hi Rakesh. Hi Amruta. Amruta, we shared your story and your learning. So I would want you to go back to this video once I've posted it and really look at your story and people's comment on your story and the other 2 stories on what is there that you could relate to. So this was really an amazing session. There were some insights. I'm sure all of you could relate to them in some way. And if you really take these insights to your life, you too can transform your life for the better, live life in a more happier state, be more successful in all aspects of your life, have an amazing career, a great relationship, immense money, financial abundance, fulfillment. Everything begins from that small one internal change called as transformation. Yes, Hemant, don't stop, don't give up until you achieve your goal. Fantastic. So that is what it was for today, friends. Thank you very much for joining me. It was an amazing evening. Let's keep continuing the Transforming Tuesdays. One crucial thing that I would like to announce here. We all know, hi Prabha. We all know that 2020 has been a difficult year for us. Very, very difficult year for us. Many of us have suffered in some way or the other. But the year is coming to an end and the new year is beginning. So 2021 is going to happen to us in a few days. And like you all know, we all really welcome the new year with new aspirations, new goal, having a clarity and a vision, like you all wrote, that is what is important to bring about the change, having a clear-cut vision. That is why we have decided to do this workshop called as Ultimate Success Blueprint. It's happening on the coming weekend on Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 1. We took a feedback from all of you guys that it's not easy to do it on a working day, so we have prepared it as per your choice. So Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 1, we'll be having this workshop on how to really be successful in all aspects of your life. I want to see all of you there creating a vision for 2021 and making it as one of the best years of your life. With all the learnings, with amazing momentum, having the same group, working towards a common goal. It's going to be an amazing time that we'll have together. So guys, you can go to my page, look at that post and start registering yourself and let your friends and family know whoever you feel really needs that support to make 2021 a great year of their life. So thank you very much, dear friends. Kshitija says, learn contribution to society, how humble he is even after achieving so much. Absolutely right. That's the key to really growing. Hi, Hiru. Anuja says, my year was incredible. Got you as a mentor. Next year will be even better. Thank you, Anuja. So, yes, there were some people who still, in spite of all the impact of COVID, really made 2020 as a year which was different for them. They lived their life on the next level. But guys, there is always a next level. So to have a better life, to aim for the next level, to really do well in all aspects of life, let us have a clear-cut vision of 2021. So join us for this workshop on 19th and 20th, that is Saturday and Sunday, from 10 to 1. Go to the page and register yourself right now. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Have a wonderful week ahead. See you next week with a new story of transformation. Bye guys. Have fun. Thank you for all the love and affection that you're showering on me. I love these emojis. They really reach to me. I feel their beautiful hugs that's giving me all the warmth and encouragement. Thank you, dear friends.